It's The Rock We Live On with Mo and Craig.
Cheers. Cheers. Oh, there we go.
To The Rock We Live On.
The rock we live on.
We have a very special guest today.
Oh, okay. Are you going to do a Shannon Sharp style intro?
Maybe.
I'd love to hear you do a Shannon Sharp style intro.
I don't know if I can do that. But as our second guest, so it's special in that way.
Indeed.
And special in my life too, because roughly 30 years ago, this year,
Roughly.
I met the lady to my right. She walked in for a job interview. I was interviewing for a position. She came into my office and I wasn't really paying attention. It was just like everybody else. Yeah, come on in and sit down and I'll be with you in just a minute. And I looked up and lost my brain.
Oh.
I couldn't speak. I didn't know what to say. I started to get embarrassed because I'm the boss and I always had something to say and I couldn't talk. So eventually we got through that. We did a job interview. And I think I've told you that my mom was the owner of the company. I worked for her. Mm-hmm. And she said, "How was the interview?" And I said, "Well, I don't know if we should hire her or if I should ask her out for a date." And she said, "You do what's right for the company. Forget about your personal business." So we hired her. And now, 27 years later, this is my wife, Jennifer. Yes. We've been married for 25 plus years. And it's been fantastic. Which kind of leads us to the topic of our podcast this week is marriage, the ultimate team sport.
I like
We're
that.
A team. We're always together. We've been we raised a team, and we just want to talk about a little bit about life being married and how to make it work. And I don't know that we're experts, but we've been doing it and it's been going pretty well.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think anybody's an expert. Well, welcome. It's very nice to have you.
Thank you.
That was great intro, by the way. That was good. Yeah, that was good.
I was going to get a little bit more sappy, and talk about how wonderful she is and how she's the best person I've ever met. But we can get into that.
Yeah, I was about to say we got time.
Cover that. We got time.
Well, and you didn't even ask me out, though.
I did not. No.
Mm-hmm.
So what? How did it come about?
Well, she worked for the company for 9 months, and I was her boss, and we worked together, and she did a fantastic job. She's great at what she does, and she's been doing the same industry for most of her life since she was 16 years old. And we were talking about this earlier. We were flirting at work. She might deny it, but we were flirtatious. Mm-hmm. And basically, it came down to she was married and going through some issues, and I was helping out. I'm like, hey, if you ever need to talk, I'm more than a boss. I can just talk. But we talked about a lot of stuff. But it started getting to where she was single. Her husband, they had split up. And we started flirting a little more and basically said, we can't date as long as you work for me. I'm not going to do that. It's my mom's company. I can't jeopardize that.
He's wrong on this story.
Is he?
Yep.
And I'm like, we can't date as long as you work for me. So she gave notice, gave her resignation, and sent me flowers and asked me out.
Oh.
I'm not wrong about that.
No, I did. I'm the one that asked you out.
But
what? Okay, what part did he misremember just now?
Yes, the whole.
We'll say misremember.
The whole we can't date if we work happened after I asked him out.
Right, but you didn't ask me out till you quit. We only started dating. You gave notice. We started dating while she was still employed, but she had given notice she was leaving. So
no.
You don't think so? Oh, come on now.
Come on, honey. I have a good memory of this.
Go ahead.
Okay, I'd love to hear
what
you.
Did I get wrong?
My mom was the one that said, you need to ask him out. He's going to take care of you all your life, and all this stuff. I'm like, okay, fine. I went home from her house, called him up, asked him out. He was, where were you?
I was in an airport going to Portland.
Portland.
Okay.
And you said, that, yeah, you'd like to go out and when you get back, we would talk about it more. And then you got back and we were talking about it. But I had given notice already and sent you flowers because you were sick. And then I
Okay.
asked him
So
out.
I must have like jumbled it all, put
Yes.
it all
Yeah.
together. It's more romantic, my story.
But, okay. Well, he came back, and then we went out on our first date.
Yeah.
And then you said, well, I gave the notice first. And then you
Yeah,
said,
before we could go out.
yeah.
She gave notice.
I think
So
that was
she-
in your mind.
Well, it's kind of my mom's thing. My mom's very professional, and she's just like, you can't jeopardize the company. We don't want any lawsuits. We don't want to be accused of anything. So you can't date anybody that works for us. And
But I
so
gave notice first.
She gave
Sent
notice,
flowers.
so I figured we were cool. I don't even know if my mom knew we went on that first date.
She might not have.
Her mom and
My
my
mom
mom
knew.
were working together, so her mom suggested her for the job,
Yeah.
and I
okay.
was to interview her. And
Yeah.
then, she worked for us in just a short time. So pretty crazy how it all got started.
And here you are all these
And
years
here
later.
we are. We've been together. We just
I know
celebrated
everybody
our
says,
20
like, how did you guys meet? Well, he was my boss, and I asked him out.
Yeah.
We're like, whoa.
Which a little edgy, I guess. I don't know what you call it.
I mean, it's usually the other way around,
Not
right?
the
Let's be
usual,
honest.
yeah.
It's usually the
Yeah.
other way
Men
around.
ask
Now,
out.
I will have to give you both props here, though, because, I mean, as we saw at the Coldplay concert, sometimes people don't give a damn whether they work together or not. They're just going to do what they
just
want to
go out
do.
and go for it.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
So, I mean, that is, kudos to you both for being professional enough to say, all right, like,
Yeah.
we see something here, but we got to put the company first. So
Yeah, we did.
that's
We
that's
did.
cool.
Oh.
And again,
Ultimately.
that was out of respect for my mom and just making sure that she wasn't upset with anything that I was doing in the company. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
there was a lot going on my mom didn't know about, but
What mom knows
But
everything.
mom knows now. But in that circumstance, I didn't want to upset, because her mom and my mom were both involved, and they're both very professional, and we didn't want to upset that or cross that line too far.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
But
That's
yeah,
cool.
we went out, and now here we are. So we kind of wanted to talk about marriage in general being the ultimate sport.
Although you never really wanted to get married.
I didn't. I didn't want to get
You didn't
married,
wanna
and I
have
didn't want to
kids.
have kids.
I had 2 kids. I had 2 kids from my previous marriage.
Okay.
So dating her brought 2 kids to my house. I'd never been around kids. I was a big brother when I was single. So, and I did that because I had dated a girl with a son. We talked about him before, the Damien child.
Oh yeah. You did. I
And
remember that.
Because of that experience, I'm like, I need to be around kids more because I don't know how to be around kids. And I saw a friend of mine was just great with them. And I don't understand this, so I need to be around kids. So I volunteered to become a big brother. And I was paired up with an 8-year-old who didn't really have a father figure in his life. And we just hung out and did stuff, and it really taught me a lot and was a lot better. And then right after that, then Jennifer came with her 2 kids, a son and a daughter. They were 3 and 5. And I was ready for it. It was okay. And because of my attraction and attachment to her, then, I was willing to meet the kids and develop that relationship. So it was rough. I mean, it wasn't always great. I was turned into the stepdad that they didn't always like. And, and I was an ass a lot of times. I admit that now. And I've apologized to both of them for how I was earlier. But that was the thing that we saw. We saw not long ago, somebody said, marriage is not like what everybody thinks. I don't know, like, just sticking with somebody forever. Marriage is growing and learning and adapting to the person you're with, because they're not the person that you started with.
Right.
So like 27, 28 years ago, we were totally different people than we are now.
Right.
And we have both changed and grown, and life has come at us and everything. And each time we had to learn and adapt and adjust to what the other person was going through and who the other person was becoming. And really, that's like the secret to long-term marriage. You have to grow and adapt and always change.
I like that.
Yeah.
Maybe the
Me
love
too.
aspect is why you do it, the motivation. And certainly after a certain period of time, we actually split up, was it 2 years, 3 years in? 2 years into our relationship, we split up. and things were not going too well. I thought we were done, but
I walked in the bedroom.
right. She
It's always me.
gave and she apologized and made things. She did a lot of changing at that point.
Yeah.
And we got back together again, and we haven't had any
Well,
problems.
we lived in the same house, just we were
Yeah.
separated within the same house.
Right.
Yeah, she moved into another room.
You did.
I did.
Mm-hmm.
I thought I got the master.
Mm.
Weren't you in the back bedroom?
Oh, maybe I was.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think I was actually.
That
Now
was
that
my
I think
house.
about it.
I bought that out.
Yeah, that's right. It was because it was our bedroom I walked into.
Yeah.
Yes, he's right.
Well, what I would
Okay.
say, after a period of time, though, you have so much invested
Right.
that you just don't want to give up on it. You know, we've been together too long. We've been through so much that you just don't quit. And so whatever comes at you, you just continue to work on.
I think for the first few years, after we got married, I kept threatening for divorce.
Divorce. Every time we had an argument. You know,
I'm like, I'm getting a divorce.
right.
That's it.
That's it. We're getting a divorce. We're done.
And
She's really
like,
good.
"No, we're
really good at arguing. Like she gets me to where I can't say anything anymore.
Oh,
Because
man.
she'll be like, you remember in 10 years ago when you said that? I'm like, no, I don't remember. I didn't. Oh, yes, you did. We know exactly where we were and what you said, and you said this, and it like brings it back up again. And I'm like, well, what am I going to do? I can't fight it, whatever it was. And man, she's good. She gets me.
See, the key to I feel like the key to arguments is to not argue unless you know you're right. I don't argue unless I
Good point.
absolutely know I'm right.
Yep.
So I'm not even going to engage unless I can give the facts, actual fact, not, now obviously if there's an argument you're talking about feelings, that's one thing, but
Right.
it just depends. Like in most cases, I'm not even going to, I'll just let you have it. You got it. Especially if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Then I'm like, hey, look, I'm
Yeah.
wrong. Here's where I went wrong.
Right.
I apologize. Here's what I could do better. But, yeah, I mean, some people are just better at that than others.
Yeah.
And then you got the ones that are like just louder. So they feel like they won
yeah,
because they're
yeah.
loud.
Well, I think
Like
that's
all
me.
powerful.
I talk over so that if I'm overpowering, I'm winning. She gets me intelligently with things that I can't argue against.
Yeah.
That's later on, like when you lose the point of the argument and you're getting to just like attacking each other.
Yeah, they're just like,
She's
well,
really good at getting me to
your
where,
cabbage is fucking terrible. What?
yeah, you're just attacking. Well, you know so much about the person that you can really hit them with personal things that is going to push their buttons. So she can push my buttons really well.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a little tough. But sometimes when you're in an argument, you have to not be right, even if you are. Even if you feel or 100% or you have the facts.
And are you willing to die on this hill? Is this the hill right here that you want to die on?
Right.
Because sometimes it's not a big enough hill.
Right.
It's you know what? This isn't the hill to die on. I'll die on another hill.
Right.
Later. Like,
And I think probably for the first 10 years of us being together, I needed to be right. But after that, I realized it's not that important and you need to pick your battles. So a lot of times something will irritate me or upset me, but I'm not arguing about this because it's not important enough to go there. So yeah, I think that's another key about learning what you want to do and what you don't want to do.
I don't know that marriage is in my cards.
And why is that?
I don't know. I will say this: like the household I grew up in, my mom, my stepdad, we've had this conversation 100 times. My dad, amazing father, great, good for the community. Helped all these other kids that didn't have their parents always around when he was coaching. All these things were great, but sometimes, and I've got to be honest, right? We didn't start this thing to sugarcoat shit.
Right.
Sometimes I didn't see the best examples of a healthy relationship, right? A lot of arguing. I'm not saying that my dad was always at fault because I'm sure there were times where my mom was wrong.
Right.
I was a kid, but I
Right.
just remember hearing them all and stuff. And I know that some of the issues stemmed from different things. And like, I would see how their relationship was, but then I'd watch my granddad and my grandma's relationship and, a couple other adult couples and stuff. And I would just kind of cherry pick, okay, these are things I will do. These are things I won't do. This is stuff I don't like. This is stuff I do like, and I've tried to train myself to, if I got to that point, I would know what I would know what I'm doing. I'm doing the best I can. But I feel like I've been single for 11 years now.
Yeah.
My daughter's mom and I were together for close to 6 years, if it wasn't actual 6. But I've been single for 11 years, and I'm kind of set in my ways, right?
Right.
I'm
Yeah, that
very
happens.
confident in, not so confident, I'm sorry. I'm very comfortable in the life that I have. Not financially, obviously. I would definitely need more money.
Right.
But I'm saying as far as, the day-to-day life, I like to just, if I want to spend the entire day on a video game with my boys
Yeah.
and not do another single thing that day besides eat, I can do that because I have no one to answer to.
Right.
Freedom. Yeah.
Right.
If I decide at 9 p.m. I'm going to get up and go fishing for 5 hours and come back home at, 4 o'clock in the morning or whatever, I can do
You
that
can do it.
because I don't have anyone to answer to. And so those are things that I'm willing to, and obviously that's not an everyday thing, right? That's not an everyday
Right.
thing, but that's something I want to be able to do when I want to do it.
have that.
Um,
Well, you need to find somebody that will give
Be-
you
exactly.
that freedom
And
and
here's-
understand that you need that.
Here's my problem. I feel like I'm not looking for, but I'm going to use that terminology just to progress the conversation. I feel like I'm looking for an impossible woman.
You think?
Okay? I want one, she's got to be like, okay, got to be able to compromise on that kind of stuff. I still like to go have a few of these and throw some darts with my boys, maybe on a Tuesday or Wednesday. I don't want that to be a problem if I say, hey, I'm going to go to the bar, have some beers, and throw some darts. I don't want that to be a problem. Because if she says, hey, me and my girls are going to go have mimosas or whatever, I'm going to be like, okay, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. Have a good
Whatever.
time.
Have a good time, yeah.
Yeah.
I need her to be, I have a daughter, right? My daughter's 13. I need her to be a positive role model for my daughter.
Sure.
Right?
Right.
What she does in how she acts every day, what she does career-wise, those are things that if we get there, my daughter's going to experience as well. I want her to see a visual of someone that she can look up to
Yeah.
when it comes to those things. There are certain different, like music, right? I want a girl who I can put on country and we go to a bonfire and have a great time together. But then we could also go to a rock concert and she's going to be down and headbang with me. But then we can also listen to some 90s R&B if we're trying to get in the mood. But then we can also go to a barbecue and there's rap playing or some old school funk music. And we're like, I want, all those different parts of me, I want her to have as well.
Right.
But I will say I grew up in a household where my mom was more the breadwinner financially.
Right.
When my dad was a boxer, once he got hurt, he had to fall back on, more of the odds and ends types of jobs, the custodian or Walmart or, whatever. Whereas my mom had the full on careers.
Right.
So I'm not going to mesh well with a woman who, not saying I don't want to be a provider, because I do see great examples of providers in my current stepdad, my granddaddy that I grew up with. I see great examples of that. But I'm going to be completely honest with you. I am not in a financial position to be that. And so I'm not going to mesh with a woman who's like, well, you have to take care of everything, and I'm just going to be a housewife. I'm not going to mesh well with that.
Right.
And
You're okay with a woman that makes more money than you, though?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, if she makes, as long as we're both contributing, I don't mind that. But I'm just not in a position. And to be honest with you, that's another reason why. Even if I found a great person, I don't feel like I'm in a position to become the head of anyone's household,
Right.
or
Right.
take over
have
responsibility
to be.
for helping
Yeah,
raise
I
someone
wouldn't
else's
think
kids on the financial end. And I know almost every person that I talk to, especially people that are older than me, tell me, one, I'm setting too high of a standard for myself because I'm not even 40 yet.
Right.
But two, that stuff comes with time, and I shouldn't be trying to be them at where I am today, because they
Right.
weren't where they are
Right.
at my age.
Right.
Right.
But the way I see it is, if I'm going to be with a woman, and we, because at this point I am almost 40, so we're not just dating to be dating at this point. Like, if we decide to be serious, we're planning for this thing to be a long haul.
Yeah.
And so, that means moving in together. That means being around each other's children. That means me, helping raise her kids, and her helping raise mine, and me taking on financial responsibility for helping raise her kids and stuff like that. And so one of the downsides that I think is my fault on my end is I don't have any money, and I can't afford to be anybody's man right now.
I think you might be overthinking that part a little bit, because
Yeah,
the
it's
money,
not about the money.
right? And you'll work out the money. They don't. There's probably the professional woman that you're looking for doesn't need you to take care of her or her kids, and she doesn't need you to be the head of the household. She wants a partner to run the household together. So you don't need to be that.
Well, see, what I feel like, though, is women that are established in that way, if they don't already have their partner, right? Like you guys have been together for almost 30 years.
Yeah, but I was in my early 30s. And she was in she's 7 years younger than me.
Okay.
6 years.
6 years. So she was in her late 20s. I was in my early 30s when we met.
Right.
So I was in your position. I was single for 8 years. And I was living very comfortably. And my condo was like my sanctuary. It was decorated. Every inch of it was me. Decorated the way I wanted. I lived the way I wanted. But I got to a point where this is all great. I'm having a great time. I love this, what I'm doing, but I want somebody to share it with.
I do feel that sometimes. I do feel a little lonely sometimes. And that's the other thing. I'm going to be honest here. I have a weakness for women. I do have a weakness for women. And so, like, I don't know if I'm meant to be with one woman.
Oh, is that
That
it?
could be.
That's a part of it.
monogamy
If I'm
an
being
issue?
if I'm being completely honest,
You just haven't found the right one yet.
possibly, because
Yeah.
at one point, my daughter's mom and I were very happy, and a woman could. I don't give a I don't care who you are or what you are or anything. Get away from me. I've got what I need.
Right.
Get out,
Right,
go
right.
go somewhere. But
Nobody
that didn't
out there to
last.
find.
That didn't last, and now I don't know. I have a weakness, and I've always, even going back to childhood, I just love women a lot. And excuse me.
I've got my son's song lyrics running through my head now, because he says things like "searching through the valley of life for my beloved one."
Ooh,
Or the
that's a
valley
good
of
line.
death. It's searching through the valley of death
Of
for my
death for my
beloved
beloved
one.
one.
And
Ooh,
then
that
he
was
would
good.
say something like, I found the one that nobody else out there to find. It was something like that. I don't know the exact words, but yeah, things
Yeah.
like that come to mind.
I don't know. I'm not against it happening, but
Yeah.
I'm not banking on it happening.
You just
either.
haven't found the right person yet. And I think
And-
sharing what you have, the sanctuary that you built, the life that you have, sharing that, not changing it for somebody else, sharing it with somebody else. You find the right person to share it with. That's your person.
Yeah.
And so I don't think it's the impossible person. You basically said a professional woman that likes all kinds of music and that may or may not have kids,
Well,
but could be a good role model to yours.
Well, I forgot. I left a few things out. One,
Oh, there's more requirements.
one,
Got to be hot.
gotta be hot to me. Yes. Okay.
May not
So
be to
let's not
others.
Here's
scoot
where-
over that, because that was the first attraction to my wife. I mean, she took my breath away.
Yeah.
Because she's super cute. She hates being called cute, but she was super cute.
I don't like it.
Hey, full transparency. Okay. For a while, I'm willing to bend on this now, but for a while, I wanted the woman that I settled down with to make certain women from my past jealous, to be so hot that they were like, damn, I can't believe he got her.
Right.
I'm petty like that. I'll be honest. I'm
Okay.
petty like that.
long
So
as
I
you-
wanted them
as
to,
long as you
because these
trade
are
up, you're good.
women that I felt like, you know, for whatever reason, I'm not going to put all the reasons out there, but there are a handful of names that when I'm with this person, I want
This
her,
one to
her,
feel
and
this
her
way. Right.
to feel some type of way about it.
Arm candy to show off.
Yeah, I'm being honest, and that's
want
the
a
other thing.
trophy
I
wife.
get that financially and because of my weight, those are two things that could play against me when it comes to getting the type of woman visually, aesthetically that I want to be with.
You can
In
lose
that way.
weight if you need to.
Yeah, that's true. I've been working on it.
I've
I'm in
been
the
fat
gym.
my whole life, and I've had relationships.
Well,
so I don't think
I
that gets in the way.
I saw a couple yesterday of a dude that was bigger than me, and he had a hot ass wife.
Right
I'm like,
there,
what
you
the
go. What the hell?
What the hell, dude? Like,
So
where are
either
these
rich
chicks
or
for
he's
me?
got a big dick,
That's exactly what I was thinking. That's exactly what I was thinking.
or he could just be a really good guy.
And then I try to be a really good guy.
And
And then
see, that's the thing. You are. And I've told you this many times. You're a really good guy. So I don't understand why that has not been attractive to more
Right.
people, or
and
you're
the
just
win-
not putting yourself. I don't know your love life that much, so I don't know if you're putting yourself out there.
I
and
have
meeting lots of
and
people.
that's the thing. The one there's a handful of women that I have actually tried to court, date, show full on interest, let them see that I would like to be with them, past just a physical thing, past just a fling. Like, these are women that I really was into, and it never worked out with those women.
Just not
One
yet.
of them even chose to date my best friend instead.
Oh
that
my
sucks.
gosh. Wow.
You know, so there's only been a couple that I've liked to that level. I'm like, I want to show her. I don't try to go in for the kill, if you know what I mean. Like, too soon. I'm gentlemanly. I'm doing all the things. I'm opening the doors. I'm pulling the chairs. I'm trying to be funny and make her laugh and have a good time and dinner and flowers and all these things.
And,
And
it doesn't
nothing.
work.
It doesn't work out. And so at this point, I'm like, well, I've tried that like 4 times now and been let down all 4 times. What the hell's even the point of even
that's
trying that
only
again?
4 times. You gotta kiss a lot of frogs. You know, that's just the way it goes till you find
Yeah.
the princess. I don't think you're not. You might be overthinking some things, and you don't have to try that hard. It just wasn't the situation. And when you find the right person, those things won't matter. You know, those things that you're thinking about are not the most important thing. You just really, like in our case, we became best friends.
That's how my mom and her husband are too.
Yeah.
Like, they literally are best friends. Like,
We
they do
do
everything together. Like, they have other couples that they hang out with, and they
We
do everything,
really
but
don't.
they
We don't have any other friends.
No. Just you and me.
We just
and
hang-
kids.
Yeah, we have kids and grandkids now, but we just like to do stuff together, and and I don't want to be anywhere else. So even I used to scuba dive. I used to golf. I played flag football on a team when I was single. I think she came out to a couple of the games, but eventually all that stuff just went away because it was not as important as our life together. And then later on, our family. Once I had a family, that was the most important thing, and being with the kids and everything that we did, because she had 2, we had 2, so now we became a family of 6. Her 2 were back and forth every other week, but so a week on with 6 kids, a week off with just the 4
Not
of
6
us.
kids, 6 people.
Well, 6 people.
No, 6 people.
sorry.
Yeah,
Seemed like 6 kids.
yeah.
It was like
It
4
could.
4 kids one week, 2 kids the next week, but we were always busy. And even the weeks that they weren't there, we had cheerleading and football and baseball and karate, and we were just
So there just wasn't time
involved.
for you to do those other things, and
No.
and you were okay with it.
Loved it.
Okay.
Loved it. Loved it. Coaching my kids in baseball, it became like the number. I never intended to do that. I never intended to have kids,
Right.
but we found out we were pregnant. It wasn't like we weren't trying not to,
Yeah,
but
You weren't trying, but you weren't trying not to
Exactly.
either. Yeah.
Well, our first kid, we got pregnant on the day you asked me to marry you.
Right.
Oh, you're so
A
sweet.
proposal, baby.
Yeah.
A proposal, baby.
The second or the fourth child, the baby, total accident.
Just came out.
Oh, my.
The doctor even said, "We'll see you next year." 'Cause he said, "You want to come and
Have a vasectomy?
Yeah, he's like, "You want the urologist to go have a vasectomy?" And I'm like, "No, I'm good." And he goes, "Okay, then I'll see you next year." I'm like, "Oh no, we're not having any more babies." He's an OBGYN. He's like, "I'll see you next year." I'm like, "No, we're not having any more babies." He goes, "Yeah, okay." And then came back and he goes,
Want
See?
that card now?
Yeah.
It's like,
He
yeah.
said, "Want that card now?"
That's hilarious. See, that's my other thing too. Kids, right? I've got
Right.
one. I don't want to be with somebody who already has 3 or more. 2 is the cutoff.
Right.
Because I kind of want at least one more. I really want a son, right?
Yeah.
I really want a son. I want someone who can continue the Bradshaw legacy
Yeah.
Right.
in this
Right.
area of the country, right?
Yeah.
The couple of male cousins that I do have that are younger than me or whatever, and that are generally in this area, not even here where we are, but just generally in this part of the country, have said that they don't even want kids. There's only one younger cousin, I think he's like 17, that has the Bradshaw last name, and he's in Kentucky.
Yeah.
And so I feel like in our city, my last name, I want to continue.
But you don't have any guarantees that they'll stay in your city. They
Well,
might move and go somewhere else.
I mean, not necessarily, but you know what I mean. Like,
Right.
I don't know.
Grow
I
up and
want
have
the
the
last
family.
name, but and the thing is, I want to have a son, right? But then if I get with that person, right, and she's already got 2, and I got 1, then we have 1. That's 4 total. What if that 1 is a girl? then we got to try maybe one more
Have
time.
Another one.
Oh,
You know,
no.
Try it.
Or I'm okay. It doesn't necessarily have to be my blood.
Just be a
It's more
girl
about the name.
dad.
So I would be open to adoption. If
There
the
you
woman
go.
is also open to adoption, I would be open to
Well, are
adopting
you
a
open
boy.
to adoption without a woman?
Yeah, and all this stuff I'm saying, I'm talking, and that's the other thing. I don't have much long. I'm 38. You know what I'm saying?
How much
I
longer
don't want
to
to be a super
I'm
old dad.
60, so how much longer do you have?
I don't know.
I
'Cause
mean, I'm not having any more kids, but still.
that's what I'm saying. As far as my window to have another kid,
Right. You want to
and
have
not be
them
a really
by
old
the time
dad.
you're 40.
Yeah.
For
that's
sure.
going to have
Well,
to
see,
happen
that's
within the
it.
next
and
2 or 3 years.
That's not fair to the kids.
Right.
To have kids late in life. Because let's say you have a kid when you're 40.
Mm-hmm.
They're graduating high school. You're 56 years old. I mean, 58 years old maybe.
Mm-hmm.
You're not doing a lot. Like when they're coming up, you're not physically active to go play ball or go basketball, wrestling, whatever you guys decide to do. You're older and you don't want to do that.
So
stuff.
I'm almost out of time.
Yeah.
And then there's the whole thing of like, if I was going to have a kid, naturally, right? I'm going to have to more than likely date a younger woman because a lot of women that are my age or older
don't want to have
any more
or
kids.
any
They're not
kids.
starting fresh.
Right. Right.
You know what I mean? So now I got to maybe find a woman that's 27 to 32-ish or so.
That's okay.
You know what I mean? Which is fine. And then now where we are in society, you can be called a pedophile.
Well,
Legitimately, I'm saying this is happening on the internet, on
yeah.
social media. People are
are
calling men pedophiles for dating grown women
that's
because of the
ridiculous.
age gap.
That's crazy.
You can a woman could be 22, 23 years old, and if a dude my age talks to her and they get together, the internet is calling them a pedophile and saying they groomed her. And I'm like, this woman is old enough to be at a bar and order her own drinks and rent cars. How is a man
Right.
a pedophile? But they're
Not
like,
a
yeah, but
pedophile.
5 years ago,
5
she
years
was
ago.
17.
Right.
Okay, well, that's
Well,
5
that's
years
5
ago.
years
I
ago.
wasn't interested 5 years
But
ago.
listen, here's the
We
thing.
joke about that all the time.
When you come to that conversation with the logic that the three of us are using, a bunch of the people on the internet don't give a shit about that logic. They've made their minds up. You're a pedophile,
Right.
even though you've done nothing with a minor.
That's just crazy.
You have to not care about the people on the internet. Forget about them. We joke about that all the time because she's like, I never had a girlfriend in high school. I never dated. And she's like, I would have dated you in high school. Well, you were in 4th grade. Like that would have been really wrong. We would have could have been in trouble.
Yeah, that would have been a lot of trouble.
Yeah, that would have
Not
been bad.
good at all.
Right.
But yeah, so I was like, so now I'm afraid, like I'm on the dating apps, right?
Yeah.
I'm afraid, like if I match with a 22-year-old or something, I'm afraid to even say anything. I'm like, why did I even
Well,
swipe
you
on
would
her? I
need a
can't.
mature 22-year-old because
Yeah.
you don't have a lot in common with a 22-year-old.
Exactly.
So you need somebody that's mature beyond their years.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's a
right.
rare person right there.
Oh yeah, for
That's
sure.
I
sort of
don't-
like Kyle's girlfriend. She's mature
Yeah,
beyond her years.
and she's
not even
growing.
21 yet.
And our youngest, he's a little mature for his age.
Right.
So,
Right.
but again, you don't need to put too many parameters on what you're looking for, I think, and don't overthink it so much. I don't really know the answers. I dated a lot of people. I just had fun. And back when I was dating, it was America Online, and we were meeting people that way. It was like
Oh,
the
man,
first
the chat
online
rooms?
dating, chat rooms,
Jeez.
and go
Okay.
meet blind dates, and it was weird. But I was just having fun. But yeah, I was single for 8 years and really wanted somebody to share it with. And then when I found Jennifer, I wrote on my mirror, like, never forget, with lipstick. I took her lipstick and I wrote it on my mirror, never forget. Because I didn't want to forget what it was like being single and alone when I was in my house not wanting to do anything, And then, of course, the lipstick reminded me of her, so.
Oh, that's so sweet.
I mean, it
Yeah.
took a little growing for me to get used to having people around and to take care of kids. She left me with her kids one night. She had something to go do, and I had to take care of, babysit. And
Tyler threw up.
yeah, he threw up. I fed him hot dogs, and of course they overate, and then he threw up all over the place, and it just like
Oh,
smelled
shit.
hot dog. I'm like, here, I'm in it. Here you
Oh,
go.
wow.
Baptism by fire.
That's crazy. Did you like call her wherever she was? There were no cell phones, I'm assuming, at this
No.
time.
We were
Well,
talking about that. I
yeah.
think we had Blackberries back then.
Oh, this was around the cell phone. Okay.
Yeah, so this was.
Oh,
well,
you said
Late
90s.
90s.
Okay, so yeah.
Late
So we had the.
90s.
Okay. Yeah.
we had PDAs.
I acted like y'all were like 80 just now. My bad.
No,
Did you guys have a
There were no
phone?
cell phones? What?
Was there TV?
we had flip phones, but not smartphones.
Gotcha.
But I
okay.
didn't want to bother her wherever you
Or pager.
I was like, I got this. I can handle it. I'll take care of it. And because I wanted to impress her. So yeah, we got through it.
It wasn't impressive.
So she keeps bursting my bubble. I was telling her, oh, you know how it was magical when we first met? She goes, no, it was just a job interview.
That's
Damn.
what it was. I needed a job.
Well, for your perspective, it was just a job interview,
She
but
just
for
said
him,
that today, and I'm like, really? I've been living a lie. Get the divorce papers. You're gonna blow everything up. You know what? Here's something that she does for me now, though. When you have a best friend for 27 plus years, here's what things happen. Our granddaughter had a pimple on her face
On her forehead.
or forehead,
and
So-
I was rubbing on it at her gymnastics. I'm like, what is that? Is that a pimple? She's only 9. I'm like, that is like a pimple, and I'm rubbing on it. And now, then
she
I
gets
got this. I got this pimple. All of a sudden, I haven't had a pimple in years.
oh wow,
And I have, and I
So what does she do? She comes to me. She goes, come here. I want you to do something. I'm like, what? Touch this pimple on my face. I'm like, what are you talking about? No, I just want you to feel it. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Why would I feel the pimple? No, just touch it. Just touch it. I'm like, okay, I touched it. And she goes, now I want to see if you get one because I think I got one from the grandkid. I'm like, wait, what? You just gave me something contagious? You called me
pimples
over.
contagious? What?
You called me over to give me herpes? What the hell? I'm like,
man.
really? Is this
I
what best
thought it
friends
was
do?
something other than a pimple.
I
That's
immediately
hilarious.
washed my hands. I'm like, what the heck's going on? What are you doing? Why are you spreading things? Just see if I get it?
That's hilarious. But I mean, back in the day, people did that with chicken pox on purpose.
Well, yeah.
Right. I mean,
You
well, I knew it
Literally
wasn't
made
the
sure
chicken
their
pox,
kids
but-
got chicken
You
pox.
wanted
Like,
your
Oh,
kid-
yeah, you
let's go
wanted
ahead
them
and knock
to
it
have
out.
it.
Right. And
So
like,
you
get
found out
all
one of the
kids.
neighborhood kids had it.
Yes.
You'd send your kid to play
Right,
with that
to go
play
neighborhood
with
that
kid.
kid.
Yeah.
Go get the chicken pox and give it to your brother
Yeah.
so we can get it all over with. Because you
That
only get
is-
it once.
Yeah, you can only get it once.
So we might as well do the whole household at once.
That's crazy. Could you imagine if people did that nowadays?
Disease
oh my
management.
God, they would.
Right.
Do you
we
never
would-
hear of chicken pox? Is that still,
No,
is it
I
gone?
haven't heard of chicken pox in so long.
I have not either.
But now with RFK
My
Jr.,
kid
we're not doing vaccines. We're doing away with all the stuff, all the old diseases.
My
are
kid
coming
never
back.
had it. She's 13. She never
Right.
got it. But the question is,
I got it when I was pregnant with my first
since
child.
you really
I
chickenpox,
was
that was your
old.
first time. Yeah, obviously.
When she was pregnant. How miserable is that?
Yeah.
When you is shingles, since chickenpox is kind of just nowhere around,
Right.
is shingles as you get older still a thing?
It is.
I just got my
Then-
vaccine.
So I'm wondering then why the hell did chickenpox disappear? Because shingles
is
and
still around.
Because they say that if you get chickenpox as a kid,
Right.
then that will you'd avoid shingles as an adult, correct?
No.
No.
Or is it
I
the
think
other
If
way
you
it's
have
that-
chickenpox, you can get shingles.
Yeah.
Yes.
Something like
it's
that.
because of the chickenpox you get shingles. So that's why
The vaccine
chickenpox
is
may have gone away, but the shingles is still alive. But eventually, if we don't have chickenpox, there will be no shingles.
So then why the hell were we trying to get the chickenpox out of the way?
Well,
I thought it was because of the fact that getting the chickenpox
means you couldn't
stops
get
the
shingles.
shingles.
I don't know. We might have to
Shingles
check.
I don't think
later.
anybody
that.
really cared about shingles at that point.
Okay.
It was just a disease, like a
That they
childhood
knew
disease.
it could only happen once, so
it
let's
can only
just get it out of
happen
the way.
once. You're never going to get it again. So let's get
What
it.
about ringworm? Whatever happened to that?
Yeah.
Is it gone
I know that
away?
we've gone completely away from the marriage thing. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. But I mean, that's
Let's talk
true.
about all the diseases that we have we don't have anymore.
I
What
can't
about warts?
remember. I can't think of the last time I've heard of anybody getting ringworm.
No.
Do you hear about crabs or herpes or syphilis?
Oh, I hear about
We don't
herpes a
have
lot,
that.
actually.
Crabs still.
Yeah, there's a lot of that going around here. But
We don't
crabs,
know.
no. I have not heard of. I've not heard of crabs.
Ringworm,
No
no,
crabs.
but is ringworm a childhood thing, or I think that's?
I had
just-
only ever seen kids get it.
I think that's just from kind of living not very clean.
They do still have like the foot mouth.
Hand, mouth-
foot, mouth, or whatever
foot-
it is.
Maybe they're
Yeah.
calling it something else.
Yeah, they have
Hand,
that.
foot,
I
and
had
mouth.
ringworm
Hand,
when
foot,
I
and
was a
mouth.
kid.
Hand,
Yeah.
foot, mouth.
Hand, foot, and mouth disease.
And then there's
What the hell is that? Hand, foot.
what's
and
the
mouth?
one that people get from like wrestling mats and stuff? That's a form of ringworm, isn't it?
I don't know.
You know, the
get
one
stuff
like
from
wrestling
mats.
Yeah, you know,
You get it
Yeah,
from
if you
toilet
said it,
seats.
I'd know it.
no, it's like wrestling mats and like people in high school would get it sometimes if the mats weren't
Like
clean.
athlete's
Yeah.
foot.
No. It's shoot.
I don't know what.
Let me ask.
This is where
Hey,
we
Google.
gotta fill in. We gotta fill in for.
What's that
For
thing that's similar to
Mo to look
ringworms
up
that you
stuff.
can get from like wrestling mats and stuff? Staph infections.
Staph infection?
Staph
Oh.
infections.
Okay, that's
Well,
still
that's
very
different.
real.
Yeah, that's
Isn't
what I was
that
talking
from
about.
like an open wound? I don't know how staph infection works, but that's not. Staph is from like not washing your hands.
I don't know. I just remember like people would get it from like
Mhm.
wrestling and
Because
wrestling
they're
mats.
rubbing
and
their ass on the
gyms,
wrestling mat,
yeah.
and then you get residual on something, and you get in a cut, and then it becomes infected.
something like that.
Yeah.
Could be.
Yeah.
That's terrible
It's
to think about. How gross. Since COVID, we don't do germs anymore.
No, I feel you. I've been you see the call, like I'm coughing over here like this because I had gotten sick, and this is I feel terrible about this, but I gotten sick while I was in New Orleans, which I'm so I forgot to send you some content from New Orleans.
There you go. We haven't
I was
done
so
that.
damn-
I didn't even know you went to New Orleans.
I was in New Orleans.
That's why we haven't heard from you for a while.
Yes, I was in New Orleans, and
Well,
I
that's
had
a cool
started
city.
coughing like a couple days before I left, right? And it wasn't like a full on sickness. Like I wasn't no fever, no sneezing, no blah blah blah. It was just a cough here and there, like once every few minutes or so, a cough, a dry one. So now I'm like, oh frick, am I getting sick? But a couple of days went by and nothing else came. It was just the cough. So I was like, oh.
Maybe it's
Excuse me.
gone.
Maybe it's not that bad. So then I get on the plane and I'm like, oh God. Because I know how I feel about when I hear other people cough on the plane.
Oh,
Right.
Yeah, you
So
know
I'm
you're
like,
getting
oh my
whatever they
God.
got.
I got
Yeah.
this plane ride.
Yeah.
I'm going to be the coughing guy on the plane.
You know
And so
your role.
I'm doing my damnedest to
To
just
not cough.
hold them in. And it's just like, it's killing me. And I'm like,
That's funny.
No.
And to hold it back. There you go.
excuse me.
So
But
no
now
wonder-
I'm coughing, whatever it was,
It's now
it's
breaking
now
up.
it's better and it's like coming out. So now I've been coughing everywhere trying to get this shit out, and I'm like people are probably looking at me like this motherfucker like has, he's gonna kill everybody in here. And that's how, like, a cough wasn't that serious
No, but it is now since
before COVID.
Yeah, now
before
it's a
COVID,
big
a
deal.
cough, like if you heard someone cough, you didn't think twice about it.
No big
but
deal.
But now, if a person coughs,
Right.
it's like
taboo.
hey, you get out of here,
Right.
like
Get
go
your mask.
home.
Why did you have a mask on?
Right.
And yeah, so
So did you go to Bourbon Street in New Orleans?
for a little bit,
You experienced?
not all
No.
the way. I wasn't with my normal conference group.
Yeah.
This was a different different vertical of the medical world that I was going to a conference for, so I didn't really know anybody there. So I basically kind of made friends with my booth mates. It was two gay guys, actually. They were really
Nice.
Yeah.
cool. And then my other booth mate here. And so we did go to Bourbon to eat.
Oh, yeah.
But the other time we were out, we were at Frenchman Street or whatever. And we had a great time that night. But then it got really loud, and one of the guys started getting overstimulated, and he was like,
man.
So we all went back to the hotels. But I had a great time. I tried some gumbo, and I had both the seafood gumbo and the chicken and sausage gumbo, both phenomenal.
Yeah.
I went to Cafe Du Monde and got the beignets because my mom was like,
gotta have a
you have to get the beignets, but you have to get them from here because this is like, I guess Cafe Du Monde is where they originated or whatever.
Yeah.
So she was like, you got to get them. So I went and got me some beignets from Cafe Du Monde, and they were good.
That's awesome.
See, look at that.
Now you're coughing. You're
I
gonna
feel
make us
terrible.
all sick.
But yeah, it was a great time. It was good. It was fun. And I got Montana. I go back to Montana here in 2 weeks.
Oh,
Oh,
actually.
man.
So
That's a big difference.
traveling.
Montana from
Yeah.
New Orleans.
my fall time is where my conferences for work pick up a lot.
Oh, okay.
So like my colleague, I don't know what it is about spring, but she covers Eastern U.S. I cover everything west of the Mississippi. She's very conference heavy in the spring. I'm very conference heavy in the fall. So
Well,
like,
everybody moves from the colder temperatures to probably the west side
maybe
when it starts getting colder on the east.
maybe yeah.
Yeah.
So I got Montana, Minnesota, Seattle, California, all between now and November or so. I've got
Okay.
probably 4 or 5 more trips to take.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Well, I wanted to bring up too that, going back to our original
Yeah, back to
topic,
the marriage topic before we
team
close it out.
sport. My wife is just the hub of our family. I mean, she really holds everybody together. She thinks about everybody. She lays in bed, can't sleep, solving
I
all
can't
of our
sleep.
problems, going through each and every person and thinking about everything that they're going through and what they
Yeah.
need. And she just takes care of everybody all the time. So
You
I
make
don't.
me cry.
Am I-
And he made it this far, darn it.
I know.
That's just who she is. It's what she does. She drives herself crazy trying to fix everybody's problems. And
Somebody's got to do it.
sometimes
Yeah.
it's good. Sometimes she overthinks. Sometimes she oversteps.
Mm-hmm.
But most of the time, I mean, everybody
Mostly.
loves and appreciates. We have 4 great kids. And
Yeah.
we were just thinking this. All of our kids were on vacations this past weekend. We had kids and grandkids at Disneyland. We had
Yes.
our son. One of our sons had his 25th birthday and spent it with his brother in
Florida. We have a daughter in Arizona.
a daughter in Arizona, and even we have a former daughter-in-law who was out
Oh, yeah. She was in Gatlinburg.
Gatlinburg.
Is that
having
the
a
one
great
that I know?
time.
Yes.
Okay.
Amanda.
Yeah.
So it's like everybody is in a place where they can afford to go out and have a good time, taking trips, really enjoying their summer.
And I bet that made you feel very good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, it makes me feel good that they're able to do that, but I worry.
You worry because they're there. Because they're like
Yes.
away.
Well,
Getting
everything
there.
they're doing gives her anxiety.
Yeah.
Yes.
My mom, you're just like my mom. Oh my gosh. And I would assume that sometimes the kids maybe do things and don't bring it to you immediately because they're like, I know I'm going to have to hear about it on this one.
Probably. Yeah.
Or they'll not do something you told them they should do. And then
Right.
when the result that you predicted happens, they're like, shit,
They may
she
not
was right.
They may not bring that up.
And now I've got to,
Right.
well, in some cases you can hide it, but like, for instance, my mom, right? I went without car insurance for a little while, and
Oh,
she was like, "You
man.
need to get your car insurance set back up. You need to get your car insurance
Yep.
set back up. Not only should you can't be driving with it,
Right.
without having it, but if something happens, there's nothing you can do about it." And I'm like, "Okay, yeah, I'll do it."
Oh no.
Sure enough, somebody hits my damn car,
Oh man.
and I can't do a damn thing about it.
Oh.
And I do not want to drive my car to my mom's house because I know.
She's
when
gonna
she
be like,
sees
I
it-
told you.
And that's exactly. I'm gonna have to hear. Well, did you get the insurance set up before that? And I'm gonna be like, well, no.
If it's their fault, then they're not responsible. Even if you don't have insurance, they're responsible.
It was
Their
disputed.
insurance.
It was disputed.
Oh.
It was the
who-
fault was disputed between me and them,
I see.
and we didn't call any cops.
Oh,
We didn't
wow.
call any cops.
Okay,
So
so
there was
there's
no
no
official police report to say.
He
But if you
said-
had
did it.
insurance,
But
you
if I
would've
had insurance, I
called
would have
the
called the
police,
cops. Yeah.
Right.
They may not tell
Exactly.
us something like that, but I mean, our youngest
Yeah.
is 23. I mean, they're doing whatever they're doing at this point, and they don't care too much about what we think of it.
No.
They might keep some things quiet, but for the most part, we know what they're doing, and I don't know. Everybody's pretty good. But yeah, we were at a position where all the kids were really in a great place, but we were sitting at home alone doing nothing. Like, why are we sitting here bored and everybody's out having a great time?
Right.
So
Like, where are we going next?
yeah, we have to figure out where we're going, what we're doing.
Yeah.
Right.
We can't
awesome.
let them beat us out.
No, you guys are. Yeah, you guys are supposed to be the ones. Well, my mom and stepdad are retired now, and so I mean, it's just I couldn't even tell you how many parts of the world they've been to. And then sometimes, like, my mom will keep us up to date with, like, hey, don't forget, because now I'll say this, and I can know this about you as well because of coming over here.
Yeah.
I don't know what my siblings and I would do without my mom when it comes to the grandkids.
Right.
Right.
Like, she and my both my dad and my current stepdad too, they do for the kids as well. But my current stepdad goes above and beyond, like with birthday parties, like
Yeah.
days. My mom's just like, I want the kids to come over. He spends his entire day out in the sun, setting up the backyard with bouncy
Aw.
houses, water slides, bubble pits,
Aw.
all kinds of
How
stuff.
cute.
But
I do all that
on the day-to-day functions of our children's lives, not mine so much because she's primarily with her mom and she's with me a certain amount of time. But
Sure.
even when she is with me,
Right.
my mom is a big part of the day-to-day process. Like,
Going to
she
school,
can go
making lunches,
Yes.
and everything that
picking
goes
kids
along.
up from wherever, or dropping them off to the mom, or what they need to stay with her for a couple of hours while somebody does this,
Right,
or
right.
they need to stay overnight for this thing. And I don't know what we would do without, you know what I mean, her. So when she goes on vacation, she's like, hey, don't forget, y'all,
Right.
we're going to be gone from this day to this day.
Don't
So
rely on
you
me
gotta
for
take
that.
the kids, y'all gonna have to figure it out amongst yourselves, So
You're
then we're
actually gonna-
scrambling, like, well, hey, can you take this kid here, and can you
Uh-huh.
keep this kid for a couple
You
hours?
actually
Oh
have
my
to
gosh.
parent on your own.
Yeah, yeah.
We do that too, and that's why we have a relationship with our former daughter-in-law, because she was alone raising kids
Here.
every couple
She's
of weeks.
here.
Mm-hmm.
Her parents are in Connecticut. She just doesn't have anybody.
So she didn't have the support. So
Right.
Jennifer is definitely her support. She sees our grandkids as her best friends. They're here
Yeah.
all the time. She's the best grandma
They
you
are.
would ever have. She's the grandparent that everybody wishes they had. I didn't even hardly know my grandparents.
And our own parents
Our
were
parents never had a sleepover with
No.
any of our kids.
Really?
Never had a sleepover. Didn't would take them for the day.
not. Yeah, it would spoil them rotten and then give them back.
Bring them right back. After dinner, it
Yeah.
was over.
Mm.
We
Yeah.
have kids. We have grandkids here for the weekend, overnight, days on end.
Yeah.
And then they go for a day or two.
They're finally
gone, and
sleeping
then-
upstairs now.
Yeah, they're
The
sleeping in our
last two
room.
times because they've been sleeping on the floor next to my bed.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
Shoot, I was saying last night, like, we need to go on a date night, and she's like, when the grandkids can come, and I'm like, oh hell no.
Yeah, like-
No, we
no
were
bed. They're gonna be
watching a
sleeping in the
movie
bed
and there
with
were
us.
kids in the date, and I'm like, oh, are you gonna have the kids like
Bring the grandkids on a date with us.
That's
like they're
hilarious.
all up in my business.
That's awesome.
And then I said, oh no. And then I said, I think the younger two need to start having some kids.
Yeah, she
We
wants
need
more
another kid
grandkids
to
'cause
have
she's-
kids.
They're getting too old. She needs more babies. She needs to
Oh,
start
yeah.
spoiling other kids. Like, no,
Yeah.
they're gonna be kids all
that
over
sounds
me.
about right. I mean, that's grandma all
That's
the way.
crazy.
That's awesome.
So yeah, we have every birthday party at our house. We host. I'm out there with fixing the pool. And
We don't have the baby
swing
as
set.
much. He's a lot of work right now. Babies
Well,
are a
he's-
lot of
he's-
work for us now
He's a year and a half.
because
So-
we're older.
Mm-hmm.
Our older two grandkids, they practically lived here we potty trained them. I mean, they practically were
Yeah.
here like all the time, but we
Mm-hmm.
were younger. Now we're older and it's a little harder, especially when all three are here together.
Keeping a baby
That gets-
overnight. I mean, they don't sleep all night.
No, he doesn't.
And
don't.
we need our
sleep.
sleep.
How old is the oldest grandkid?
She's 9.
9. Okay. She's got a couple more years, but like my daughter's the oldest, and so she she's kind of she's self-sufficient, right? My mom
Right.
would just be like, "Hey, go blah
do
blah blah,"
this,
yeah,
right.
and she's like, "Okay," and she just goes, she'll take care of herself, but she also will take responsibility for the other kids too,
Right.
You know, and especially the baby girl.
That's kind of happening now.
She will she's pretty much potty trained now, but like my daughter and my brother too, because my brother is the baby, but he remembers like my daughter was born when he was a senior in high school, so he's helped, you know, and she
Yep.
loves going to spend the night at his house
Aw,
every
that's
weekend. You know,
awesome.
like when I'm working at the bar when she's over, 9 times out of 10 she's either at his house or my mom's house or
Yeah.
whatever, and so she loves being the big cousin to the younger ones, especially the babies. And so my daughter changes diapers,
Yeah.
like makes, you know, simple food. Like she can warm them up some oatmeal, make them some cereal,
Something.
like,
Yeah.
Sure.
you know, like that
Uh-huh.
kind of stuff. And so whenever my mom has all of them, you know, my daughter actually becomes
The second mom.
yeah, she becomes the helper versus just
Right.
benefiting from the
grandkid.
grandchild. Yeah, for sure.
I'm
Yes.
sure that's going to happen.
Yeah,
more
and she
often.
loves it though. But she
Yeah.
says she's not going to have any kids of her own.
Aw.
She says right now, she
Oh,
says she
she
doesn't
will.
want any kids
Oh,
when she grows
yeah,
up.
that's gonna
Which
change.
I'm,
It'll
you know,
change.
right now I'm okay with that. 'cause
Right,
boys
right, 'cause
are
she's too
icky and
young.
stay away from them.
Right.
But you know, as I get older,
Mm-hmm.
I probably will be like, okay, now come on, man. Give
My
me some damn
grandson the other
grandkids.
day, he said,
well,
I'm
if you
gonna.
don't have the son, then you're going to want the grandson.
Exactly,
Right.
exactly. And if she sticks to that for the rest of her life, I'm gonna have to have a son
Yes.
to get me
Right.
some kids.
Well, the other day, not too long ago, Bradley, he said, I'm going to adopt a cute. What do you say? I'm going to adopt. He's going to adopt a cute boy
Right.
to be
Okay.
his son.
Oh,
That's
Be
what
Okay.
he said. I think
a
he said
cute
adopt
boy.
a cute. No, it was it cute and nice or something like that.
Something
But it
like
was
that.
really funny. Like he was going to adopt.
okay,
And he's-
okay.
and
He's 6.
He's
six.
7.
That's
And
awesome.
Kalen
Okay.
also was
So
like one kid.
Where has he learned about adoption?
I don't
I don't know. He said, "I'm adopting a cute boy, like a cute little boy, well
That's the
behaved."
crazy thing about kids. Sometimes they'll say
Like,
something,
what?
you're like, where did you learn that?
Right.
Where did you hear that?
Yeah, they pick up stuff from all
Or maybe he
around.
didn't say adopt. Maybe he said have. But anyways, I thought it was funny because he pointed out that he had to be cute and well behaved. Okay.
That's awesome. Well, thank you
All
for
right.
joining us.
yes.
Thanks.
Yes.
It wasn't bad, was it?
No,
This
it
has
wasn't
been
too
fun conversation.
bad. Yep.
I
You,
think-
you know, there's no secrets to what makes a great relationship. I don't think the woman that you're looking for is impossible.
you know, I
No.
will say there are a couple that come to mind that I feel like fit the bill that
Yeah.
I'm already friends with in
There you
different
go.
ways. I don't know that it will ever go in that direction with any of them, but
Maybe
I
not.
have a couple faces
Friends
and names that
first.
crossed my mind when I was describing the things.
Yeah.
I have
Yeah.
a couple that
Yeah,
crossed
you're
my
like,
mind.
I
this
pictured the
girl might be
person-
good.
The person you described, I knew I had it in my mind, and I've like I don't know, I just know the type, like you know, like the demographic kind of. I know the person. You know, like in radio, you had to picture the person that you were talking to,
Yeah.
the demographic, and you'd give her a name and what her life was like.
Yeah.
I know your person, and she's out there. It's not too impossible.
No, it's
You just
not.
got to keep.
Hopefully
keep
she
going
doesn't
out
mind
there.
me being in a lot of debt.
Keep open doors.
That's all right.
I don't think you get hung up on that because that's not important. I told Jennifer I was a millionaire in training when we got together, and it hasn't worked
And my
out
mom
so
said
well.
he was going to take care of me.
Right, it hasn't worked out at all. I'm broke. She makes more money than I do. So
That's funny.
but we've had a good life. We live well. So.
Yeah.
Indeed.
We have a lot
So
of debt
that's
too.
it. We'll keep
Just keep going.
keep on keeping
I will.
on.
Let's keep pushing.
Well, thank you for joining
you.
us today.
Yes, thanks. For
I'm
having me.
appreciative.
Working this rock we live on.
Yep. It's a
Yeah.
crazy place, but it's really cool as well.
Yes.
There are amazing couples out here that, can give you some perspective on life. And make sure you check us out on socials.
Yeah, absolutely.
Don't forget that. Hey, thanks for checking out The Rock We Live On with Mo and Craig. Make sure you like and follow us on TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube. And then you can also find us
Anywhere where you listen to podcasts, we're on all platforms, or check out Spotify podcasts to watch our videos.
Thanks a lot.